Song of Songs, Chapter 1. The Song of Songs, which is Solomon's. Let him kiss me with kisses of his mouth, for your love is better than wine. Your ointments have a goodly fragrance. Your name is as an ointment poured forth. Therefore do the maidens love you. Draw me, we will run after you. The king has brought me into his chambers. We will be glad and rejoice in you. We will find your love more fragrant than wine. Sincerely do they love you. I am black, but comely, O you daughters of Jerusalem, as the tents of Kedar, as the curtains of Solomon. Look not upon me that I am swarthy, that the sun hath tanned me. My mother's sons were incensed against me. They made me keeper of the vineyards, but mine own vineyard have I not kept. Tell me, O you whom my soul loves, where you feedest, where you makest your flock to rest at noon. For why should I be as one that veileth herself beside the flocks of your companions? If you know not, O you fairest among women, go your way forth by the footsteps of the flock, and feed your kids beside the shepherds' tents. I have compared you, O my love, to a steed in Pharaoh's chariots. Your cheeks are comely with circlets, your neck with beads. We will make you circlets of gold with studs of silver. While the king sat at his table, my spikenard sent forth its fragrance. My beloved is unto me as a bag of myrrh that lieth betwixt my breasts. My beloved is unto me as a cluster of henna in the vineyards of Engedi. Behold, you art fair, my love. Behold, you art fair. Your eyes are as doves. Behold, you art fair, my beloved. Yes, pleasant. Also our couch is leafy. The beams of our houses are cedars, and our panels are cypresses. All right, let's go back up to verse 1. We are going to start this book of the Song of Songs, which is to believe to be written by Solomon. Solomon's name is mentioned. It's accredited to Solomon. There's a controversy of what this is a book that should have been in the scriptures or not, but it was made part of the scriptures in the 2nd century. And the subject matter we'll see is going to be between it appears it's a young woman, or this young woman, and we have to remember woman means from man. And anyway, what appears to be the king, who is whom she has fallen in love with, and the king as well has found her beautiful. And we're going to just follow it as we go through, but we must keep in mind and from I guess what we would call, or what is known as a Jewish perspective, the king is the Lord himself, Hashem, that the name, the presence of God, and the queen, or his love would be for Israel, even. And we're going to find this. There's more to it. There's just the example of this desire one has to want to receive all that they wanted. But we're going to pick it up without further analysis in verse 1, the Song of Songs, which is Solomon's. And the Song of Songs, a song is some written words, often put to music, to bring to memory something, or to share with others a memory that one might have. And this one here, which is Solomon's, there is credit to Solomon, and Solomon is just a simple word that means peace. And this is much like that, which it goes out kind of in that sense. We're going to pick it up in verse 2 with what appears to be a letter that goes back and forth. Let him kiss me with the kisses of his mouth, for your love is better than wine. And to kiss me with the kisses of his mouth is to show that love. For love is better than wine, and it's more pleasant than even wine. It has its own effects that come with it, or much like a drunken state, we can say. And these kisses of his mouth are the words of acceptance even. 3, your ointments have a goodly fragrance. Your name is as an ointment poured forth. Therefore do the maidens love you. And your ointments have a goodly fragrance. And your ointments have a goodly fragrance is simply to mean those perfumes, these things that you gives off your odor, or this effervescence of your presence, is pleasant. Your name is like an ointment poured forth. Your name, and that name is the Shem. It is the presence of the individual without their actual having to be there. It's poured forth because it's like that which heals the spirit, and therefore do the maidens love you. Therefore do the maidens love you. These maidens are those young women, these ones that have not known love, that have yet to experience all of it. 4, draw me, we will run after you. The King hath brought me into his chambers. We will be glad and rejoice in you. We will find your love more fragrant than wine. Sincerely do they love you. Draw me, or lead me. Let me go after you. We will run after you and chase you. And this is that ecstatic state of love. And the King has brought me into his chambers. He has. Even to be in the chambers with the King would be this this ever so close to be there. Not everybody was allowed into the King's chambers. We will be glad and rejoice in you. We will find your love more fragrant than wine. And this more fragrant than wine is because the odor of it, and that odor is just the sense of its nearness, or a sense of its presence. Sincerely do they love you. And this word, we get this one that almost represents all the others who may not get just that chance to be that close. 5, I am black but comely, O you daughters of Jerusalem, as the tents of Kedar, as the curtains of Solomon. And I am black but comely. This and black here, but it has a sense of its, when we get to as the tents of Kedar, as we give this reference, the word is shakor, and it means to be black. And it comes from the word shakar, or that, and it gets like this early morning type situation, where this early dusk, early black, the early, and because it's going to be an effect of something, as we're going to find out. It's of being in the sun. But I am comely, but I am beautiful. Not that black's not beautiful. I mean, this color here is not so much in the sense of a color as in the sense of to kind of be hidden, in a sense. Oh, you daughters of Jerusalem. Daughters, that understanding that goes forth from men in that city of Jerusalem is the peaceful teachings. Just like these tents of Kedar. Kedar means darkness. It means to be dark, as the curtains of Solomon. Just like these. And a curtain is something that waves in the breeze. It's a feminine sense of it, of something that's kind of hidden. There's even the beauty of Solomon, or peace. This darkness, it's unknown. It's kind of like that which it's hard to see. 6, look not upon me that I am swarthy, that the sun hath tanned me. My mother's sons were incensed against me. They made me keeper of the vineyards, but mine own vineyard have I not kept. Don't look at me because I am swarthy, or because I'm this color, I'm black. The sun hath tanned me. I've been darkened by the sun, even, caused to be darkened. And the sun is that which gives its light, because my mother's sons were angry with me. They were angry with me, and they made me the keeper of the vineyards, or we could say the vines, and that means the tender of the vines, one who has to care for and constantly cut back and tend those things that are bringing forth the fruit. But my own vineyard have I not kept. And this is where our senses, or this ability to my vineyard is kind of run wild and needs clipped back and tended, in the sense that my own understandings have no tending to bring forth fruit, and I need somebody to tend them. 7. Tell me, O you whom my soul loves, where you feed, where you make your flock to rest at noon. For why should I be as one that veileth herself beside the flock of your companions? Tell me, O you whom my soul loves, even the one whom my soul desires, where you feed, or where do you tend your flocks, where or do you graze your flocks, where you makest your flocks to rest at noon, or go to water them, or give them their rest, and during the time where there is no shadows. For why should I be as one that veileth herself, or hides herself beside the flocks of your companions? Why should I be like everybody else that's among all the others? And we'll see that because there's one who desires the more, you might say. 8. If you know not, O you fairest among women, go your way forth by the footsteps of the flock, and feed your kids beside the shepherd's tents. And here we have that reply, because if you know not, if you don't know, then you don't know me, is basically what it's saying, or what he's saying. Oh, you fairest among women, you fairest among men, or you fairest among women, and that's the pleasantness, that's the beauty. When we think of women, this is what comes to our mind, and this feminine order among men, and we'll find out women have their own being. They are, even though the woman means from man, because we have the story that's where woman comes from. And the fairest among women is just the most beautiful, or to give reason that even though you are beautiful, go your way, take your footsteps and go feed your flock by the place where the grazers feed, or the grazers dwell, those that graze their flocks, because and it's really just an altogether a sense that you have to know me to be able to find me. 9. I have compared you, O my love, to a steed in Pharaoh's chariots. And here's where we get into a little bit of comparison. Once again, this feminine addressing the masculine, saying, I have compared you to a steed in the Pharaoh's chariots. And a steed is a horse, a great strength. In Pharaoh's chariots, Pharaoh is the great house, and at points in time had great rule over much of the earth, a great empire. They're still digging it up today for some reason. But this would be to have a great position, to be one of the Pharaoh's steeds, to pull his chariots, even though a chariot is a war machine. 10. Your cheeks are comely with circlets, your neck with beads. And your cheeks are comely with these circlets. Circlet is just something that's most likely made of gold, little rings, and your neck with beads. Because most likely there was jewelry to show your stateliness and your wealth and all this beauty. These circlets would be the muscles of the cheek. You're strong, uh, uh, having a lot of strength. 11. We will make you circlets of gold with studs of silver, and we will make you circlets of gold of this crowns or of gold that have studs of silver, nailed fasteners of silver. In other words, all representing wealth and beauty. The 12. While the king sat at his table, my spikenard sent forth its fragrance. And this is while the king was sitting at his table. My spikenard. A spikenard is nard, and it's a pleasant, fragrant, odorous flower or scented perfume. And it's going to be that which is going to draw, see, and attract, and that's what it is, to show pleasantness or beauty before the king. 13. My beloved is unto me as a bag of myrrh that lieth betwixt my breasts. And my beloved is unto me as a bag of myrrh, or this pleasantness that lieth between that which my breast, and the breast is that which is considered a comforting, and like a bag of myrrh or a bag of pleasantness that gives us comfort, that adds beauty, you might say. 14. My beloved is unto me as a cluster of henna in the vineyards of Engedi. Engedi was the place where the fountain, it means fountain of the goats, fountains of the kid, female goats. But it would be the place where they watered. And these vineyards there was because it was a place had much water, and these cluster of henna wouldn't even be probably found in the vineyard. But what we have here is a cluster that's kind of covered over or not seen in these vineyards, or that which can be found later, something that is just found later, a beautiful, wonderful thing, you might say, in a pleasant place. 15. Behold, you art fair, my love. Behold, you art fair. Your eyes are as doves. And we have the response that you art fair. You art fair. My love, or this one whom I share a feelings for. You art fair. You art beautiful too. Your eyes are as doves, as these peaceful things that look upon. And that's to see me in a pleasant view. 16. Behold, you art fair, my beloved. Yes, pleasant. Also our couch is leafy. Behold, you art fair, my beloved. And the reply back, yes, pleasant. Our couch is leafy. This place that you have made for our rest, our relaxation, it's leafy. In other words, it's growing, beautiful, prosperous. Leafy is to be green, showing its life even. 17. The beams of our houses are cedars, and our panels are cypresses. The beams of our houses are cedars. They're made, and this is simply just going to be made to last. It's established to be continuing, and these panels are cypress. Cypress is a evergreen tree that is above the rest. Kind of, it's given a position among the cedars, or among the evergreens, as a more stately tree, you might say, and that's kind of really what it means. Our panels are stately, our recesses, and this goes to a house that's built to last. It's made for beauty and stateliness. It's kind of like a palace. you might say. We're going to pick this up in the Song of Songs, chapter 2.